show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing you another action figure review. Today we're going to look at the DST Diamond Select Toys, the Real Ghostbusters Spectral Ghostbusters action figure set. This is a 6-figure set, only sold at GameStop. It's a 2019 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. They showed this online 2 or 3 weeks ago, and now here it is, available to pre-order on their website. Really easily done. It's still in stock right now, not sold out. Pretty nice way of handling a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive online. NECA stuff at the NECA store sells out in 2 minutes or so. And maybe goes to show their stuff maybe a little bit more popular, and I love them both, but boy, it was a pleasure of how easy it was to acquire this. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. As you can see, we've got the Real Ghostbusters from the cartoon in front of the Ghostbusters logo at front. You can see only at GameStop. Diamond Select Toys. San Diego Comic-Con 2019 exclusive. Pretty cool there. On one side here, you can kind of see inside of the figures. Ghostbusters logo at the bottom. Other side, exact same thing. Top, absolutely nothing. The bottom, we've got a barcode as well as a bunch of credits. And then on the back side, you can see all the contents of the package here. The 4 Spectral Ghostbusters, Mr. Stay Puft with a different expression on his face, and a blue translucent terror dog. Neither of these two are even in the episode. This is the 11th episode of the first season called Citizen Ghost, where the Ghostbusters suits had ectoplasm on them or whatnot. Ended up spawning opposite versions of themselves, more or less. So the front here is also window box packaging. It has some Velcro, and you can open up the front. Then you can see on the inside flap, we've got the Ghostbusters from the cartoon with Ecto-1, Slimer chasing them, or going with them rather. And then we've got the Ghostbusters inside. You can see the 4 translucent guys. We've got the Terror Dog up here and Stay Puft down there. Now I'm only getting 1 Terror Dog, which is a little bit disappointing because I have 2 of the regular and 2 of the other translucent. So if anybody's buying this pack and doesn't want their Terror Dog, please drop me a line. So with no further ado, let's open this bad boy up. And then I did end up getting 2 of these sets, but one of them is not for me. It's for a buddy of mine overseas. Apparently, you can only get this if you're in the US from the GameStop website. So I do have 2 blue Terror Dogs right now, but he doesn't want to give his up, so I'm still going to have just 1 in the long run. Alright, well now they got these guys out of the package. Here they are with all their accessories laid out. We've got a total of 6 figures here. 4 Ghostbusters. They do come with 4 traps in the Real Ghostbuster style. 4 Proton packs that are in the Real Ghostbuster style and are permanently attached to them, but could be removed if you're strategic. They also come with 4 Proton streams in a brand new color scheme. But before we check out the accessories, let's get a closer look at the figures. So here's the Terror Dog, translucent blue, looking pretty cool. Like I said before, he's actually not from this particular episode. Really hoping I can acquire a second one of these guys. Then we've got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You can see his face is a little bit different. He looks angry in his eyes, but is still smiling nonetheless. Of course, we will compare each of these figures to their original counterparts. So next, let's check out the Ghostbusters. First of all, here's Egon. You can see he's in the translucent green. He's got his glasses on top of there. He's got stains on his actual skin, stains on the suit, stains on the Proton pack. Overall, just looking pretty cool. There is no new sculpting or tooling with these guys, just cast in a different kind of plastic and painted differently. But you know what? It works for me. I think it's pretty cool. 4 new ghosts. This one here is, of course, Peter. Then, of course, there's Ray. Like I said before, the face, the head sculpt is definitely straight up the same Real Ghostbusters. Of course, like I also said before, we will be comparing those guys in this video. And last but not least, we've got Winston. I noticed they have no logo on their shoulder. Pretty cool indeed. Next, let's check out their accessories. Let's go and start off by looking at their traps. So this is done in the Real Ghostbuster style, being the blue color. As you can see here, they've got some stains on them as well, whether it's marshmallow or ectoplasm. Looks more like ectoplasm from here, that it's not white colored. Here's the pedal, goes to a pretty long wire. Of course, the guy step on this, open up the front, and catch him a ghost. Although I think these Spectral Ghostbusters might be catching humans, not for sure. And then here is the trap from the Spectral set with a little bit of staining on it, compared to the trap that came with one of the 4 Real Ghostbuster figures. Identical, same mold, same paint job, except for a little bit of stain on this one. And then here's this new trap compared to all the different traps in my collection. Here's a movie trap from one of the Ghostbuster films, a little bit larger than the cartoon trap. Here's an open movie trap over here. Here's a movie trap from the Mattel line, pretty much the same size as these Real Ghostbuster ones. Then, of course, Real Ghostbuster Original and Real Ghostbuster Spectral trap. Next, let's check out this guy's Proton pack. Like I said before, it is permanently attached, but if you were to heat it up and slip it off this guy, it can be done. You could rip it. You can do it by keeping it intact, but it's rather difficult. So you can see here, he's got some white stains on it, on the side, on the back. Really don't understand why these guys' Proton packs have stains on them, since these guys got created well after the incident. It looks like ectoplasm on his suit, but it's more so completely white on the Proton pack. So just a little bit confused there. It's considerably different than the movie pack, but definitely the same as the Real Ghostbuster pack. And then here is the Spectral Ghostbuster next to the Real Ghostbuster Egon, comparing their Proton packs. Like I said before, exact same color, exact same sculpt. Only difference is the stains all over it. You can see what a cleaner look the Real Ghostbuster Egon has. One thing I noticed is even the front, the straps have stains on this guy compared to the original Egon. Next, let's look at the Proton stream. It is made of a translucent green plastic, and overall looks pretty cool, like they made it unique. And like I said before, it's a brand new color Proton stream, which is really cool. The 4 Real Ghostbuster figures each came with their own unique coloring of the Proton streams, one of which came with the standard movie color. And then here are all 4 of the Spectral Ghostbusters wielding the Proton weapon with the Proton stream attached. Must say it looks pretty good. One thing I do want to add is they came with a sort of more neutral, semi-open hands, not specifically intended for holding the Proton weapon. It can be pulled off, but it's not the hands I would have picked. These guys don't come with alternate hands. Definitely not the hands I would have chosen if I were to only get 2. Well, now that we've taken a pretty good look at their accessories, next let's check out the height of these figures. These are Diamond Select toys, which are typically the larger end of 6 to 7 inch figures, usually running a full 7 inches tall. Let's check out Egon here. From his feet, it looks like he's sitting at just a hair above 7.5 inches. Peter here, about 7.5. Ray here, about 7.25. Winston here, about 7.5. The Terror Dog here, from his foot to the top of his head, about 5.25. And then the Stay Puft, from his foot to the top of his head, is just about 8.75 inches. Next, let's check out their articulation. I will not bother checking out all 4 of the Ghostbusters articulation because, frankly, they have the exact same body and there's nothing new to report with each one. But let's start with the Terror Dog here. His horns are removable. This one didn't come with any alternate pairs, so really no reason to take them out. His mouth is hinged, can go open and shut, nice articulation there. His head is on a ball joint with a great range of motion, go from side to side, up and down, really just all the way around. Then his, shoulders here, they're on a ball and a hinge, out about that far, in, all the way in. You can hear it popping into each place. Of course, it can go up, down, and back, and around. Then his, elbow here can be fully extended that far, go in that far, and does have a swivel on the top. Then around his foot here, go down that far, up that far, really can't go around at all. He's got a ball in his torso here, very nice range of motion, can really move a lot. Then his back area here, I guess his hips, go up, and then they're hinged, they can go out and back in. Then his first knee here, can't really do a whole lot. Looks like it can go about like that, and then about like that. Does have a swivel at the top. His next knee also has a swivel at the top. It can go down about that far, and then completely straighten out. And then his foot here, go up quite a bit, down quite a bit as well. Can't seem to go around or rock either way. It does look like I missed one piece of articulation on this guy. He also has articulation at the base of the neck, down at this part as well. Next, let's check out the articulation on one of the Ghostbuster figures. Here's Egon here. His head, of course, can go around. Look down about that far, up that far, not too impressive there, and can't really tilt from side to side too much. His shoulder, ball joint, go out not quite 90 degrees, up, down, no problem. Elbow, single jointed, and it's got a swivel on the top. His wrist can go around, and has a really nice hinge on it. Then his ab crunch here, it's got a ball in there, not a whole lot of articulation. You can go around that far and in and out, just a hair. Then he does have traditional waist swivel down here. His legs and hips can go out that far. Not quite 90 degrees, but not too far off. He's got a thigh cut here. His legs can go forward that far, definitely not 90 degrees, and back, really not much at all. Double jointed knees. Go back pretty much all the way there. Then his feet can go up, down a lot, and they can rock and rotate inside of there. And then let's check out the articulation on the Stay Puft. His head here can go forward and back about that far, and it can turn. Can't really rotate at all. Shoulders, pretty nice. They can go out that far, forward, back. He's got articulation in his, I guess, elbow area here. Can even go up and down a little bit. And his wrist can go around. It's on a ball joint. His legs here, they actually move pretty decently at the hip area. Nothing in the knee. And then his feet down here can go around. It can't rock at all, and it can't really go up and down either. Next, let's check these guys out compared to some other Ghostbuster action figures. First of all, here's Mr. Stay Puft next to the Real Ghostbuster release of Mr. Stay Puft. The absolute only difference with these guys is their face, specifically the eyebrow area. They're both smiling. This guy here looks like he's a little bit angry. Kind of reminds me of in the film. After they shot him, his expression kind of completely changed. Beyond that, identical figures. And then here's this guy compared with the original Pterodog. As you can see, I've got two of the originals. Quite a bit of differences here. The exact same sculpt, but loving this guy's transparent look. And then here's this guy compared to the translucent releases they've already made for the Pterodog. I'm honestly not even sure what this is supposed to be from. I think it's supposed to be from the first film at the end of the movie, maybe when lightning strikes and they have sort of a different look for a split second. As you can see, I do have two of these guys as well. A lot of differences with this guy, but really just the color. Everything else is the same, and they have a similar translucent effect. So really liking that. Damn sure hope I can acquire a second one of these guys to complete my Pterodog collection. And then here's the Spectral Egon compared to his standard Real Ghostbuster Egon counterpart. I must say I like this Egon a lot better, but you gotta admit these are not even the same character. This is the Spectral Ghost, and this is the actual Egon. And then here is Spectral Peter compared to standard Real Ghostbuster Peter. And then here is Spectral Ray compared to Real Ghostbuster Ray. This guy is one of my favorite head sculpts, the Real Ghostbusters Ray. Love how the Spectral guy still has that same smile. He actually looks pretty creepy with the wide eyes, the smile, and the two white lines on either side of the face. And then here is Spectral Winston compared to Real Ghostbusters Winston. And then here are the 4 Spectral Ghostbusters compared with the 4 Real Ghostbusters. One team versus another opposite team. And then here are the Real Ghostbusters taking on the Spectral Ghostbusters in a Proton fight. And then here are the Spectral Ghostbusters compared with the 4 Ghostbusters from the first film. And then here is this Spectral team of Ghostbusters next to the Ghostbusters 2 team in their darker Ghostbusters 2 uniforms. And then here they are next to the Stranger Things kids in their Ghostbuster outfits. And then here they are next to a bunch of different ghosts from my Ghostbuster Diamond Select collection. So overall, this is a pretty cool set from a pretty cool episode from the Real Ghostbusters. I love the fact that we got some ghost versions of them and it's legitimate on-screen versions. This set milked you a little bit though, getting 6 figures out, complete reuse, etc., etc. The one that I'm least excited about is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Really like the Terror Dog. They've always been a pleasure to get each version of those. And the Ghostbusters themselves, although nothing new sculpt-wise about them, very happy to have them. Some more people for my Real Ghostbusters to fight. This should complete the Real Ghostbusters collection as we know it. If I were to rate this set, I'd probably give it something like a 6.5 out of 10. I give the actual Ghostbusters a 7 out of 10 because they're pretty cool. Same with the Terror Dog, but the Stay Puft brings the whole set down. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's nice, but I sure didn't need another one of those. And he wasn't even in the episode. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.